For a game to be on this particular list, it needs to be a game that maybe had a lot of heart, didn't play by the rules, but ultimately didn't do enough to break the mold and put some distance between the past and the future. Does that make sense? These are games that had a wish and a dream, but got lost in the shuffle. A lot of these are 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10 games. That's a score. That's 6 out of 10 game like a Dr. Muto, or a 7 out of 10 game like Stubbs the Zombie. Here's an example. Here's a game that was on the list last night, Extermination. Extermination is on the list because here was an action horror game that had a lot of heart. It didn't follow by the rules, but it kind of got lost in the shuffle. And another game that wasn't on the list that got brought up was The Thing. This is The Thing that, and it had heart and it didn't play by the rules, but it was because it was part of John Carpenter's The Thing mythos. It didn't really get lost in the shuffle. Do you understand? Do you want another example? The Getaway is on the list because here is a game that had edge, it had the heart, it didn't play by the rules, but the franchise, it just didn't nail the landing and it got lost in the shuffle. Understand? A game like True Crime LA, Streets of LA, shared a lot of the same aspects as The Getaway. It had, heart, edge, it had no rules, and but unfortunately, because it was a game that took place in LA and it had the words true and crime in it, LA is the second largest city in the United States, and that was enough to pull it out in front of the pack. And how about Darkwatch? Darkwatch was another game that wasn't on the list last night, but got put on the list after the show. And this is a game that just is definitely on the list. It had all of the aspects of the things. It had all the things that you need to be on the list. But something like Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, unfortunately, because of its name recognition, no matter how much heart or edge or how many rules it broke, because of that name recognition, Baldur's Gate, unfortunately, it couldn't be on the list. It just had that one last thing that took it out of the airport and put it on the plane, and it flew away.